Why is lifting weights good for you? Unfortunately, for most, it's not. It's typically destructive. I use myself as an example. I was bench pressing 405 pounds and I was deadlifting and squatting 590, eating clean and jerking 285. I was 17 years old. If I would have maintained that, my ego wanted to maintain it, right? But if I would have maintained that, I'd be crippled today. So lifting weights is counterproductive when you're using it for overall beneficial of health and controlling the aging process. And for me, in my experience, and I've had a lot of it for decades, if it's not about maintaining or moving your life forward and controlling the aging process, there's better things to do. Weights can definitely be used to move people forward. I've done this for over 25,000 clients in 4 decades. I utilized the farming equipment, weights, as a tool to regulate their internal structure. And now we have variables that we can actually control and understand to put them where they want to be. That's really what it's all about. Especially if you're busy. If you're busy, you got better things to do, and your body will make sure you get there. It will even compromise your health if there's a pressing thing that it needs to take care of first. Have you ever heard of an executive and why they get so destroyed? Their lives become bigger than themselves. They have so much responsibility outside of them, they suffer the poor health until that whole poor health destroys them. Or they're forced to retire sooner. So, is weights effective? Yes, but we want to make sure it's structured around your overall state of health, your overall way of being, your cardiovascular efficiency, your buffering capacity, keeping all your organs up and efficient, keeping them effective, making sure you live a long life, a good quality of life, and you enjoy those experiences. Because it's the experience that we take with us. That's it. At the points weights go back is when they become counterproductive to the purpose of controlling the aging process and disease in your body. And when they start to compromise ligaments and tendons, and they start to compromise your cardiovascular efficiency and your cardiorespiratory response, and they compromise your hearts, and they compromise your organs and your ligaments and your tendons. You start compromising it that way, you throw a bunch of drugs at it, man, you are just a recipe of destruction. It's just a matter of time. And you'll get a lot of warning signs. They'll be prevalent in every single second and every single thing you do. You just have to listen to them. Because if you don't, well, we'll see what happens. Good luck on that one. Weights should always be done in moderation, but weights should be done primary to stabilize and understand your oxidative capacities. That is your foundation. If you want to move away from that, go ahead. Get into these glycolic systems, hit the mitochondria a little bit different in the fast-twitching muscle fiber types, increase a little bit of pancreas, insulin output, stroke volume, get all those things going, move them to a new threshold, then back into your oxidative systems. Your oxidative system should be 70% of what you do through the year. That's how we're built. That's it. If we go beyond that, and we can, especially when we're younger, if you go beyond that, I'm telling you, you're not going to like the side effects. There's this beautiful, beautiful athlete I cherished for years. And if you were to look him up today, sweet, sweet, gentle man, big boy still, but he's a total wreck. He's been completely destroyed. And he won Mr. Olympia, I believe, 8 years. So when you were to look at him when he was going through his heyday, for what? So now he's in his 60s, maybe early 70s, and he's been crippled for 20 years? Who wants that? Who wants that? You don't have to suffer these things. And a lot of things I see today, the trend in the last 25 years has been interesting. I see it starting to back out. The world got on this big trend and the bigger and faster and better until all the destruction started to come. And now it's shifting a lot more. It's going back to what I've said all along. It's going back to the foundation of who we are. Our cardiovascular systems, our respiratory systems, keeping our lungs and our organs and our heart and our pancreas, everything working effectively in an oxidative state. Exercise is a brilliant tool to give you the health you want, the endurance you want, the cardiovascular you want, the recovery you want, and the experiences you want, all by controlling the aging process and bringing down premature illness, aging, and death. That's why you want to be effective in utilizing these weights for that means. Okay, you can periodically go on in a little rant page over here, but bring it back. I'm telling you, you'll be glad you did.